Are you a real estate agent who wants to know how you can take a single listing and turn that into multiple listings? Maybe you have a current listing right now and you want to figure out how can I leverage this thing to get more business in the future? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do in this video right here. I got 5 strategies that are easy to implement, easy to execute on, that are going to show you how to turn that single listing that you have into multiple listings into the future. So stay tuned. All right, let's get right into it. I'm going to show you guys, you agents that are paying attention here, some, I think, really great insights and secrets that I don't think a lot of agents are using to how you can turn one listing into another listing and multiple listings into the future. Now, the thing is that some of these do take some work, is why I think that people aren't doing them, but it's the people who are willing to roll up their sleeves and, and work harder than anybody else who are the ones that are making money in this industry right now. So, one thing that this guy named Jimmy Mackin says that I think is brilliant is that he says buyers are a check and listings are an asset, because you truly can leverage a listing and to get future business and more business from that one listing that you have. So that's what this whole presentation is about, is 5 easy to execute strategies on how you can get more listings from a current listing that you have right now. So this first one, I want to share this insight with you because I think that this could bring some optimism to people right now, because right now inventory is low and there's just not a lot of action happening in. So I was looking online and Zillow had done this recent research data thing, and it says that about 1 in 4 homeowners, so almost about 25% of homeowners, are considering selling within the next 3 years. It includes homeowners that currently have a home for sale and homeowners that don't have a home for sale, but just are considering that they want to sell within the next 3 years. So the 2 biggest reasons for current homeowners wanting to sell within these next 3 years is they want a more upgraded home. Their home just doesn't fit all the bells and whistles, and maybe it's not as luxurious as enough as the one that they currently desire. So that is reason 1. And the second reason is that their family is growing and they need a bigger home. So, knowing this data right now, I think it's a great time to start building your brand, to start positioning yourself as someone who is an expert, is an authority figure, with getting on social and starting to really place yourself as, in, like the way that I say it is planting seeds. People, they want to work with someone that they know that they can trust. And I don't think that there is a better way right now to start building more relationships and start positioning your brand than with creating video content and creating value driven content and things like that. So right now is a great time to start doing that, knowing that 1 in 4 homeowners is considering selling in the next 3 years. So tip number 1 that I want you to do, if you got like a listing appointment, so this one is more of like a tip on how you can win a listing in a very good way, is I want you to send this email right now. If you have a listing appointment coming up. So I want you to send an email to your database with the subject line, going on a listing appointment in blank neighborhood. I'm going on a listing appointment in the Dover Streets. I'm going on a listing appointment in Panorama Hills. I'm going on a listing appointment, whatever the neighborhood is that you are going on this listing appointment in. That is what I want you to use as a subject line. And then what I want the body text to say is, I can't share too much information with you, but this is what I can tell you, ... It is located in neighborhood. Let me know if this is something you would want more information on when available. See, you can't break the rules and regulations because this isn't your listing yet. So you have to play within the rules of what you can. You're just selling people on the idea of the listing. You're not actually giving out details and telling them square footage and that it's my listing and all these things. It's very vague. It's general. You're being straightforward. I'm going on a listing appointment. It's located here. Let me know if there's something that you want to know about it when I can actually give you more information. And you're going to get feedback. Inventory is low right now. There are people in your database that are looking for a home actively that just seems like they've been striking out on each single one. Maybe they've been wanting to move to this neighborhood. You are going to generate responses. And the reason that this is important is because this will allow you to bring something to the table for the seller. When you go to that listing appointment, if you can say, hey, also, and you do a good job, you're asking the right questions, and then you can also show them like, hey, Also, I just sent out a quick little email to my database asking if they would want more information on a home like this when it came to market. And I had 15 responses. I had 10 responses. I had 8 responses, 20 of people telling me that they're really interested in this, So this is something that I did. And what this is going to do is be able to build your value in the eyes of the seller as well, too. Like put yourself, if you were a seller and an agent came to you and they did a great job of listening, understanding your pains points and things like that, and you guys were in alignment, and then they also said like, hey, I also did this little thing. It's like they're already starting to work for you before anything has gotten signed. I would have very much appreciate an agent being able to do that, and it would make me say like, hey, yeah, absolutely. Like you're going to get the listing for me. So this is the first thing that you could do is send an email with the subject line going on a listing appointment in blank neighborhood with the body text. I can't share too much information with you, but this is what I can tell you. It is located in this neighborhood. Let me know if this is something that you would want more information on when available. That is the first thing that I want you to do. Second thing, so you got the listing, you have a listing. The second thing that you need to be doing in that people got lazy. A lot of agents got lazy with this over the past couple of years because listings would come up, and even now with inventory low and a listing sells. But you need to be advertising every single listing that you get. Every single listing that you get. And there's really two reasons behind this. Is because when you advertise a listing on it be Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you are going to generate conversations. There are people in that are going to see this on any social media platform and are going to reach out to you to say, hey, what is the square footage, or what is this, or what's the price, or is it how many days has it been listed, or is it in a gated community? All these different conversations that are going to be started. And there's one thing that everyone knows in this industry, it's that conversations lead to transactions. People are going to start reaching out to you from that advertisement that you did on that listing. And who knows, some of those people might not have agents, and now they need to sell a home because they want to buy a home, or it's people that are going into your database that you can now reach out to in the future and start having weekly newsletters with and start building your brand equity with people. Conversations equal transactions. So that's the first reason of why you're going to want to advertise your listing. The second one is like a 2-for-1. It's because data. You want the data. Let's say you put $150 to $250 behind each listing, and you do the 150 on Instagram, 150 on YouTube, 150 on Facebook. What are you going to do when you get to show the seller like, hey, look, I put this money behind it. Look how many impressions I got. We got it in front of 30,000 people on Facebook. We got it in front of 20,000 people on YouTube and another 15, 20,000 on Instagram. This is how many people click. That is going to be satisfying info for the seller to see. It's going to make them seem like, wow, this agent really, they did a great video. Everything already up to here has been great. They're putting all this money behind to market my property. Like, they're going to feel like you are really over delivering on what you said you were going to do. So that's the first part, is you're going to be satisfying the seller. And we all know when a satisfied seller, it's going to help you get a better review, and you can leverage that review into getting more business because people love to see what other people's experiences were like working with you. And the second thing is that when you go on future listing appointments, you're going to be able to leverage that data to show sellers like, look, yeah, you might have talked to this agent, but are they doing comprehensive, like an advertising strategy like this? Like, we had this home, for example, and we put some money behind it on a Facebook, Instagram, YouTube campaign, and these are the results of what happened. This is how many impressions. This is how, when you list your home, that we're going to do it, because we do things differently. So, as me as a seller, if you're coming to me and you're showing me all these different data points of how you're able to market my listing and how many people it's going to be getting in front of, like, because everyone knows, like, the more out there and in front of people that you can get the listing, the more opportunity that you have for buyers to want to come in. Like, it's just simple. Like, it's like mathematics, the wider the net that's casted, the more fish that you're going to be able to grab. So advertise every single listing. Like, this is a listing that one of the agents that we work with did on for a property in Newport Beach. This is a $7 million home. It got 27 comments that people were interested in, with wanting to like ask, well, what's the price? What's this? What is that? All conversations that got started, and it got 3 DMs that were sent out. Now, this might not seem like a lot, but that is I mean, how many people do you know are in the market for a $7 million home? Like, a lot less, but just from advertising that listing, this is something that we were able to do. So number 2, advertise every single listing that you get. The third thing is turn it into a referral opportunity. So if you get a listing, go through your database, like past clients, people that you know that live in a like a 5 mile radius of that listing, and call them and use this simple script right here. Hey, I know you're not in the market for a home, but I do have a home that is located in this neighborhood. Do you know anyone who might be interested in a home like this? It is not salesy. You're not saying, I know you. I'm just simply asking for some help. You're going out and you're identifying people that live in that local area. And, you should know where people live in within your database, and people that you sold past home to and things like this, and you reach out with just that simple script, because people want to move and live near their friends and family, and those can be your best resources for helping you create referral opportunities through this strategy. You reach out, hey, well, yeah, of course, my brother's been actually thinking about moving, been wanting to move in town, but we just haven't really seen any inventory come up on the market. Can I get you guys in contact? Is he talking to an agent currently? No. Perfect. He's maybe going to need to sell a house, and then he needs you now to buy a house. And now you got 3 deals in one because you just did this strategy right here. So it's just reaching out, like you're leveraging that opportunity that you currently have to create more opportunities for yourself. And it's a non-salesy way. All you're doing is reaching out with a simple script. Hey, I know you're not in the market for a home, but I have a home located in a neighborhood right here where you pretty much live. Do you know anyone who's been asking if there's any homes that have been coming onto the market like this? So all you're doing is creating a referral opportunity for you yourself. And I think this is a great, easy way. All right, on to number 4. Tell the story. So you close on the listing. You did a great job. You got $100,000 over X listing price with within 7 days, and you had 15 offers. And that's where most people stop. Most agents stop there. That's all they will say, is they just want to do that. And I don't mean this disrespectfully, but it comes just off of braggy. Like you're just trying to brag about the results that you got. But what really needs to happen is you need to share the story. When you complete the sale of the listing, create a video that explains everything you did to achieve the result. Well, how did you come up with the price? What were the comps telling you, and why did you price it there? How did you work your staging? What were the important things that you were trying to bring out? How did you pre-market the property? How did you advertise it? All the things that you did to be able to generate that result. Because what do you think that someone who is thinking about selling thinks when they see that? Like when they just see like sold in the next days for 100,000 over list with 15 offers. Like for me, if I was a seller, I would just say, okay, that's really cool, but can you tell me more about it? Like, tell me how you achieve that result. Because if someone is truly interested in selling and they saw that you achieved that result, they're going to want to know more information. So tell the story, create a video about it, create a blog about it, create many different formats of where you could tell that story and put it out there for people to be able to see. And then lastly is when you create that story, I know almost 90% of agents do this, is that they create a just sold and they'll mail it out to the local neighborhood. Now, instead of just using that same verbiage of where you would say like sold in 5 days for 100,000 over list with 15 offers, and then just stopping there and then maybe having your information on the bottom, I want you to just do one simple extra step and say the sold for this and for that, so you can have your just sold here, sold for 100,000 over list price within 7 days with 15 offers. If you would like to know more, scan this video or scan this QR code with a video walkthrough where I go into depth of how we did it. Boom. So you're still going to send out these flyers, but now you're just going to do it a little bit differently, because now we want to start conversations, because I guarantee you that in that neighborhood that you just had that great result with, there is another seller who is thinking about selling their home within the next 30 days to 60 days that you can start to create a conversation with, and you're going to show them exactly how you just did it for their neighbor down the street. And then they might go out and ask their neighbor down the street, hey, I know you just work with this agent. Tell me about the experience. The experience was great. They did all these different things. So you send this QR code, and the thing that you're going to attach with it, so when they scan this QR code, just take them to a video with a landing page that looks like this. It's a landing page that you can create and have the video right here. They shouldn't need to upload their email and phone number and give you their first and last name to watch the video, because then it seems salesy. You're like, oh, kind of already lost me. People are going to drop out. Give them the video. Let them see we sold this address for bank dollars and X days with X offers. Watch the video below to see how they're going to click that video. Amaze them. Show them all the value that you did to, for that seller and what you did. And then when they click the video after to the side right here, are you thinking of selling and want a similar result? Fill out some information below and let us help you achieve that similar result. And you can change the copy for what you want it to say right here. I just filled this in real quick for just example. Then boom, they fill out their first, their last name, their email, their phone number, and then submit it to you. And next thing that you know, your phone is ringing and says, hey, blank, 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 and blank just reached out or just filled out this lead document. They're interested in selling their home, and you know exactly where it came from. You reach out the next day, or you show up to their house with a CMA report or something like that, and boom, like now you got another listing. Then you just run this play all over again. Reach out to the database, exactly how we were talking about right here. Send them the email, advertise the listing, turn it into a referral opportunity. Or if you had this from the previous property, then you could reach back out to people and say, hey, I just got another listing in this neighborhood. So like you see how this can be such a spiraling effect when you do this the right way, and how you can generate more listings from that. So that is it. I hope you guys got a ton of value from this and really like the training here. We always give every single week on Friday, we drop a new video with just some real estate tips to help you agents to be able to grow your business, market your business better, to be able to use online marketing, email marketing, text marketing, social media advertising, video content, all to help you build your brand authority within the areas that you work with. So when someone wants to sell or buy in those areas, the very first person that they're going to think of is you. So if you like this type of content, please be sure to subscribe, turn on the post notifications. Again, we drop a video every single Friday. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.